Hello, everyone. Hey, Josh, how are you doing today? How are you doing today?
There we go. There. Now you guys can hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me now, right? Tell me if you can hear me now. I changed my rig setup. I'm going to have to do the whole intro again. So, as I've said before on the show, you watch for the SEO knowledge, not for the excellence in YouTube broadcasting. That's what's going on here. Furman says, got it. Okay, thanks, Ray, guys, very much. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so let me just start the intro quickly again. I apologize to everybody. Um, Hi, welcome to the SEO plus AI show. My name is Josh Bashinsky. I have my host with me, Greg Bassani here. A bit of technical difficulties. I started the show already without my mic going because I changed my mics recently. And so that's the reason why. So I'll give a quick preamble. The SEO plus AI show is the best place to watch SEO plus AI information. Today we're doing rank and rent sites in general, specifically real estate SEO, how you rank for real estate SEO. I'm wearing my fancy real estate sweater. This is what I would look like if I was a real estate agent. I'd be selling you a house. I'd be like, yes, I think the den is very nice here, or something like along those lines. I don't know. Whatever real estate agents say. Whatever real estate agents say to sell you the house. So today I'm going to show you how to do real estate SEO with AI, and it's super cool. There's a lot of really good AI tricks you can use. If you're watching the show live, you could definitely ask questions on the right-hand side. We also have a produced show. Make sure to click the like and subscribe below to get all the information. You can also, to be notified when we're doing a show. Also, you can ask questions in the description.
How are you
And
doing
so let's
today?
get right to it. So let me go here, turn that off. There we go. Make sure this is all running properly here. Fantastic. So as I said, guys, if you have a question, please ask them on the right-hand side. We're doing rank and rent sites today in general, how to rank for real estate in particular. So that's today's topic. So real estate SEO. So I've done a lot of real estate SEO over my 25-year career in SEO. I was the SEO team lead for an outfit called Real Estate Webmasters for a few years. About 10-ish years ago, when I was doing my bachelor's degree up in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada, the beautiful town of Nanaimo. And so I know real estate SEO very specifically, and I know SEO in general, of course, for doing it for 25 years. And real estate SEO, a lot of the name of the game there is to, because in SEO, you're quite often scrounging for content. Greg, I'm sure you would appreciate this. In SEO, you're often scrounging for content. So in real estate SEO, you tend to hit neighborhoods, right? So that you have kind of city related. It's very local SEO oriented. You have
Hmm.
city related content in the particular city that you want to do real estate in. So typically, you wouldn't do a domain name like Winnipeg real estate agent or Los Angeles real estate agent. You wouldn't do those kinds of things. You would usually brand it to your name because your name is kind of your business in real estate. So, Josh Bashinsky, realestate.com or something like that. You would do it along those kinds of lines. And then if the real estate agent wants to change cities or locations that they do real estate for, they can change that in the future. Also, they can extend out their local area. So, in many parts of the world, you have kind of cluster cities. So, the city I currently live in is kind of like that. Victoria, BC is actually a very tiny, small part of Victoria proper, or the Victoria city that we all live in. There's Langford, there's Saanich, there's North Saanich, there's Sydney, there's Metchosin, there's Happy Valley, there's Souk, there's Shawnigan Lake, getting up into the area that I live in, over the mountain outside of town. And real estate agents in this area, like many other areas, want to rank in all of those areas. So what you would do is you'd have local content on all those different areas, and you'd get these neighborhoods or these townships or these whatever you want to call them sections of the city, and you're going to want to try to rank for those different areas. So the key for either real estate SEO in general, the key for any SEO really, and the key for rank and rent sites in general is to build out what people call silos or people call topical clusters. That's what you want to be building out. Now, AI, so here's the good news. AI can help you tremendously in building out topical clusters and building out supporting pages, in building out money pages, in building out informational hierarchies, in building out these neighborhood areas, these sections that you want to rank for. And here's where the rank and rent or the real estate SEO comes in. If you're an existing realtor or you're doing SEO for an existing real estate website, you just look at the areas and you build them out, or you look at the areas you already have. And we're building AIs that will help you analyze this in the future. The areas you already have and the areas you could further build into. And you start building out these topical clusters. The AI will tell you what areas to build for. And then if you've got a good AI like ours, it will eventually, very shortly, where we're ramping up right now, it'll cluster page building in like 10 at a time. And in the future, you'll be able to build out whole hundreds of pages at a time, where you can build out hundreds of pages for like Manhattan neighborhood this, Winnipeg neighborhood that. And you get all these areas and you start ranking for those queries where people want to find a Manhattan real estate agent, or they want to find a Brooklyn real estate agent, or they want to find a Hell's Kitchen real estate agent, and all those different neighborhoods or areas, or a Saanich real estate agent, or a Souk real estate agent, all the areas in my neck of the woods here up on Vancouver Island. And so there's a lot of areas like that, which are either direct ranking money pages you want to go for, or at the very least, they would be supporting pages. And you might be like, Josh, well, how do I use this in a rank and rent idea? Well, if you want to use it as a rank and rent idea, so you're not doing real estate SEO yet, but you want to be, so to speak, and you'd build up these sites ahead of time, it's very easy. You look at the areas around your country, around your locality, your area, your language. So for me, it's English. You look at the areas that have the most expensive real estate in those areas. So how would you do that? Let me show you. So it's pretty simple. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will answer them as we're on the call here. It's pretty simple, but you could do, a very simple query is like, what areas have the highest real estate value? You do a Google search and you're like, okay, well, look at this. These are the areas that are the 10 most expensive cities to buy property in the world. Okay, Hong Kong is one of them. Singapore, Shanghai, Vancouver, which is just across the water from me. It's super, super ridiculously expensive because Canada is an off-sought country to live in. And look at Vancouver. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's a gorgeous city to live in. I'm across the water from them there. Shenzhen, Los Angeles, again, a very beautiful city. New York, which is closer to where Greg is in his part of the world. London, Beijing, Paris. And you're like, okay, great. That's all it took. 10 seconds and I found the areas you can start building rank and rent sites, right? So now what I'll do, just to show you what you would do, now you would want to know if you're building in your area. It's like Hong Kong. Okay, how much English searches are there for Hong Kong? How would you tell that? Well, you could tell that by Google Trends. You go to Google Trends and you go Hong Hong Kong is the search term. And you want to know in worldwide how many people search Hong Kong. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of searching for Hong Kong, right? And it's this is all in English we're talking about. Hong Kong racing tips, whatever else, blah, 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 blah. Are there Hong Kong real estate? Are people searching for real estate in Hong Kong? I bet you they are. I mean, of course they are. Far less than people are searching Hong Kong, however. That's weird. Let me see this. But this is why you would search this, just to make sure people are searching it. Yeah, it's spotty. Oh, this is the past day. The past 5 years, yes, people search it, right? Okay. Hong Kong. And this is where you could start doing some really quick kind of searches and be like, okay, Hong Kong real estate's nowhere near such as this. What about, let's say you're like, okay, Josh, that's great. You could go Singapore, Shanghai. Vancouver would be the one that you might start off with because it's in English. People are searching in English. And the real estate there is very expensive. And why are you doing it that way? Because therefore, that the real estate agents in Vancouver make a lot of money, right? Because real estate agents make commissions on the properties they sell. And so they're going to make a lot of money, the real estate agents in Vancouver, meaning that they're going to have enough disposable cash to pay to rent a site from you or to buy a site from you that you've already got ranking for Vancouver properties and Vancouver areas. So let's choose Vancouver then, just for the sake of example, okay? So then what would you do then for the rank and rent site? Or if you just want to do SEO period, what would you do? Well, first off, you want to go here to Keyword Spy. Keyword Spy, here's the blatant sales pitch for 5 seconds. Keyword Spy is the AI tool that we built that will build all these pages for you. It'll do all the AI research. It'll build all the pages for you. It will boost your rankings. You can see we have these boosts here from our recent competition that we did. Amos Struck was the winner. It will do all the research you need. Hey, there's me. Who's this ugly guy? It'll do all the research that you need to find the AI keywords you actually want to use. It'll put them all in the right. It'll analyze the spots. It'll analyze the competition. It'll analyze the right spots to put them, and it will start to automatically help you build these pages very, 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 very quickly. So you need to use an AI software to do this, and you can try free for 2 weeks. So here's the last sales pitch. It should say this up here somewhere. You could try the app free for 2 weeks, no credit card, no email needed. Just go to our sign up page here. Try free for 2 weeks, no credit card needed, and no email needed. You could sign up with Google as well. So once you've got the access to the right AI tool, now what do you do? Now what you do is you're going to use something in the tool called keyword discovery. This is basically where you start every SEO campaign, is with keyword discovery. I cannot oversell how important it is to do a keyword discovery report like these keyword discovery reports that I've done here before you start your SEO campaign, because this is going to find you the easy low-hanging fruit. If you try to do SEO without the easy low-hanging fruit, you're definitely going to have issues, right? So this is a very small, laser-focused keyword discovery report, and it's telling me what's up this year. This is 109% up, this Glambot photo booth, whatever it is. It'll show you how much money is behind it. It'll show you the searches, and then it'll give you a keyword return on investment. And ROI is very important to pay attention to that initialism, because at the end of the day, you want the return on investment. We don't want to be building for keywords that have a very low return on investment. We want to be building for, like, we don't want to be ranking for this keyword. It has a very low return on investment. We want to be ranking for these keywords that have a high return on investment. And what you also factor in there, which is very important, is the keyword difficulty. I'll go over this really quickly. We have a very powerful AI which will check the difficulty of what it is you're doing, whether you're a top-level expert, or whether you have a powerful site, versus the power and the SEO finesse of your competitors, and it will give a score. And this score is guaranteed to show you how difficult things are here. And just very quickly, we look at the EMQ in the page, the title, the URL. We look at the page rank out of a 1 to 100. We look at the page focus, the site focus, the title focus, how many backlinks they have, how many paid traffic they have. The more paid traffic these people have, the more money they have to buy links and to buy SEO, the harder they'll be to compete against. The organic traffic, because Google has just finally admitted that traffic is a ranking factor, which in Underground SEO University, which is my private university, we've known that for years, and it's been our one of our best kept secrets for years. We know that traffic, some people call it CTR, SERP CTR. We've known this has been a ranking factor for over 6 years, and we know exactly how it is and exactly how it is not. So a lot of that magic is built into Keyword Spy. If you want to know more about the secrets we know in our very top level underground SEO group, email me at joshbrzezinski@gmail.com for a special discount for my listeners only. Put special sauce in the email subject, and I'll hook you up with not only discounts for Keyword Spy here, but extra SEO secrets for all the different kinds of SEO that exist. Okay, we also the AI analyzed whether it has brand awareness as well. That would make it more difficult to compete against. And like a Terminator, we find the low-hanging fruit of what you can rank against, and we give you a difficulty. So how would I'm going to go back and go over that again, just so it's making sense to you guys. But it would be like, okay, how do I do this rank and rent site, Josh? Take me through step by step how I do this. Well, this is how you do it. Let's say we've chosen Vancouver as our area. So we're going to go Vancouver, and then we're going to go neighborhoods. And I'm a Taylor Burr speller, so I'm just going to type this here first to make sure I type it right. Neighborhood. There we go. We're going to do Vancouver neighborhoods is what we're going to do. And that's just the seed keyword. And there's some keywords you can rank for there, but that's just the seed keyword, right? We're going to do Vancouver neighborhoods. We're going to do all locations because people buy Vancouver real estate from all over the place. And we're going to say get results. What that's going to do is the AI is going to cast the widest net possible, and it's going to look for iterations of these keywords and more lucrative keywords than the idea that you even put in. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us the widest net possible to see what Vancouver neighborhoods we can rank for. Then after you find the right keywords, what you're going to want to do is you're going to run Keyword Spy reports. And you're going to get keyword reports. And what does a report look like? Just so you know what I'm talking about. The reports look through all of the important Google-based AIs that Google has for on-page ranking. Keyword Spy is your complete on-page ranking tool, which is the majority of the rankings these days, by the way. Google has also recently admitted that links are not even in the top 3 of signals. They're not even the top 3 of signals. Links are. On page and helpfulness is becoming more and more and more important. And our AI is the top AI on the planet for on-page keywords that we find for you. So let me show you here. We find you the best on-page keywords by reverse engineering BERT, reverse engineering neural matching, and RankBrain. And we have a proprietary scoring system that scores them for you. We're actually adding a 4th scoring system for TW BERT, for term weighting BERT, which an article recently came out and a white paper recently came out on that Google is using for their rankings. And we're adding that to our scoring. We have the best keyword scoring on the planet. And that is important for you because that means you're going to have the best ranking pages on the planet. That's how when we do a keyword discovery report, and you see Vancouver neighborhoods is already done, that's why when we do a keyword discovery report, we can guarantee to you rankings, right? And when you do when you do a keyword discovery report, and then you follow through and do a keyword report in Keyword Spy, and then you edit the article in Editor, after your report is done, you use our advanced AI to generate and or optimize all of your SEO content. And that includes your URLs, your titles, your metas, your headings, your images. With the perfect metrics, we can guarantee you rankings. Not like the other tools that don't guarantee you shit. Greg, what do the other tools guarantee
you? You'll spend a lot of money.
Right, yes.
you're definitely guaranteed to spend, a good portion of your income you're making from SEO. And what else do they guarantee? I guess they guarantee good uh, data. Maybe I think they, live and die by their data. I don't know what else. Honestly, I think they make claims, and I sort of ignore everything these days. So
As well you should. Yeah, they're all
yeah,
very proud of their data, but the problem is that none of them are reverse engineering the system like we have. Absolutely none of them give you the data that we give users here. And you might be like, yeah, Josh, the data, great. But let me just, you need to understand why this is so important, right? We are reverse engineering RankBrain, which is the major on-page ranking algorithm, plus more. BERT, which is their original transformer. TW-BERT, which is coming. Neural matching, which is the biggest on-page algorithm that exists. We reverse engineer this and find all the synonyms and metonyms that you're supposed to be using exactly as Google sees them, down to the 15th tier, right? And quite frankly, no other system does this or even comes close to doing this. And if you're like, Josh, I've never heard of these things before. Well, let me show you. I can prove to you that Google is using them. If you come here and say, here's the link that, here's one of the links that says Google says a lot less significant factor. Here's the guide to the Google search ranking systems. They say that they're putting it in public right here. Here's our ranking systems. BERT, which we do. Deduplication, which everyone knows duplicate content is a problem. The exact match domain system, which we check as well. The freshness system, which we help you rank for. The helpful content system, which we have a proprietary AI that is first in class for making the helpful content for you. And there was just recently a helpful content update that just decimated websites. Just decimated websites across the SEO industry because they're not making helpful content. You know how many people in our collective group were hit? One. In the hundreds of people in our group and of our users of Keyword Spy, one person was hit. Everyone else was perfectly fine. That's the God honest truth. One person. And I'm about to audit their site and figure out exactly what's going on there. And I know they weren't using our system probably to its full extent, and that's probably why that happened, right? We also have link analysis systems that we help you with, both in Keyword Spy and analyzing competitors, but also in Underground SEO University. We have the absolute best link systems. MUM, we help you with the multi-task unified model. Neural matching is an AI system that Google uses to understand their concepts or synonyms or metonyms. It is the biggest on-page ranking factor, and no other AI tool even talks about it. They don't even mention it, right? Passage ranking, we have a proven to boost you passage ranking system AI that will help you. RankBrain, we have a reverse engineered RankBrain system. Review systems, we have a reverse engineered and proven to boost your review system as well. Site diversity system, the Query Deserves Diversity algorithms. We are all over this, both in Keyword Spy and in Underground SEO University. The spam detection systems, we do know what the over-optimization systems are. And we do, if you follow our guidelines, we do help you not actually be over-optimized. So we get like 8 out of 10 algorithms here. We're helping you with 10 out of 10, we're helping you with the combination of Keyword Spy and SEO University. About 8 out of 10, which is Keyword Spy alone. What do the other systems have? They talk about NLP. They use Google's NLP demo to find keywords. That's interesting. Let me check here. Let me check where Google says they use NLP. Does the word NLP show up anywhere here? No. The word NLP, natural language processing, doesn't show up anywhere here. NLP is not one of the AIs they use to rank pages. It simply is not. I know this for a fact because Google isn't saying it here, otherwise they would. But Google sometimes lies, you're right. I also know it because I've tested it rigorously and I know they're just not using it. They just ain't. Okay, maybe it's LSI. Everyone talks about LSI. Let's see where LSI is here. Nope. LSI is not listed here. They do not use LSI, which stands for latent semantic indexing. Okay, what about TF-IDF? That's what the other tools use. TF-IDF, is this here? No. Term frequency, inverse document frequency, they do not use. It's not here. They don't use it, right? Those systems, LSI and TF-IDF are like 20 years old. They do not use these systems anymore. They're using their new AI systems, right? They don't even have Panda or Penguin anymore, or Hummingbird. They don't even use that anymore, quite frankly. So you need to get up to date. And these other tools are just quite simply, they're just quite simply not up to date. They're just not. They're just not up to date. I'm sorry. They're just not. And so they promise the moon, but they don't actually deliver. And they don't actually give you the stats of who ranks. I will give you the stats of who ranks. We do a regular ranking audit. In our system, we can see everyone that ranks and everyone who doesn't. And everyone who's not, we're changing the system so that they rank, and then more and more people rank, and we're adjusting our numbers statistically on the fly. If Google makes a big change, we can change it right away based on the rankings we see in the back end of our system. So I'm telling you guys, this is the future of AI. It's not just using Google's cheap chintzy NLP demo to get keywords and then cranking out pages in ChatGPT. That is not the future of AI. The future of AI is using intelligence advanced systems to reverse engineer, to test, to build, to check, to recheck and recheck until it is perfect, and then rank you guaranteed, right? And that's what our system can do. So, again, I know I sound like a broken record to people who've watched the show before, but it is so important for me to preach this because the rest of the industry doesn't seem to understand. The rest of the industry is like, oh, I have a tool and they say they have keywords. That's not good enough. It's just not good enough, guys. You need to be using the AI tool that thinks more intelligently, like Keyword Spy. Try it free for 2 weeks, no credit card needed, no email needed. You will see the difference. You need to be using a tool that looks at the right AIs. Again, that's Keyword Spy. Try Keyword Spy. And you need to be looking at a tool that is built to do everything for you automagically, which we do like 60% of that. We do 100% of the testing that you need to do to find out what keywords you need in your niche. And like 120% actually. We do more than what you need to do. Our keyword systems, our reporting systems are second to none. Absolutely second to none. And I'll show you. I have the stats to prove it. Ask me, I will show you the stats. Some of them you see on the webpage, and some of them you see in the system when you log in. But there's more. There's far more. And you need a system that will build it all for you automatically. There's a couple other really black hat world of some very black hat systems that are building auto pages, auto SEO articles, but I would not trust those. Would you trust a black hat tool on your client site? I don't think that's a good idea. I've checked to see what they do, and the articles are absolute the lowest quality. If you're cranking out like porn sites and casino sites, by all means, go ahead, use that. But quite frankly, I would just use our system, quite frankly, for all those sites because it is above board, top level, white hat quality. But between you and me, it's black hat level research and reverse engineering and knowing what will rank the articles. So you can have your cake and eat it too, right? We give you all the keywords that will actually boost you and rank you, and the system we're tailoring it and we're changing it every day to make it more foolproof so that it can't let you make mistakes. And the AI co-pilot is just going to be like, no, do this, do that, do this. We're revamping it and building it to do that even more and more every day. That's why you really want to jump in on our grandfathered pricing we have right now. Again, you could try Keyword Spy for free for 2 weeks, no credit card, no email needed. We won't bug you, don't worry. But then after that, email us for the grandfathered price. Don't go on the price on the website. Email me or Greg at hello@trykeywordspy.com or email me at joshbashinsky@gmail.com, and we'll give you the coupon for the grandfathered price. You will be grandfathered in, meaning a perpetual $144 a month for the Keyword Spy product, main product, which is the on-page stuff, the reports, the keyword discovery, the reports, the editor, the auto page building. That's kind of built into the Keyword Spy. We're also having audits, which some of that will be built into Keyword Spy. Some of it might be a separate product. We'll need to see how much it costs. But the grandfather price of $144, that's why you want to get in on this now, because guys, it's going to cost more. When you can click a button and generate 100 perfectly SEO'd articles, how much would you charge a client for that for 100 pages right now? Geez, like 10 pages a month is like $1,000 for a good SEO. Well, you can do 100 pages in a day. How much are you going to charge a client for that? How much should we charge you for that? The price is going to go up, guys. So I would definitely get in on the grandfathered price now, because you're going to get guaranteed rankings with like 2% of the current effort you're doing. that opens up all your time to do all this other stuff, like rank and rent sites. Like that's why or buying and selling sites. That's why I'm going through how you would do these kinds of things. Okay, so enough of the sales pitch. I hope you see the value in a tool that actually uses Google's real AIs, because that's what we're doing. It is a revolutionary tool, and you haven't seen AI yet. Like no one has seen the full extent of AI yet. We've dreamt of it and we're building it now, and you can see that system. You can get a super low price if you have the faith to jump in on our beta with a couple bugs here or there and help us build it out. We will reward you for that moving forward in the future. Okay, so let's get back to the rank and rent and the stuff here. So this is all the stuff we do that nobody else does and that you need to pay attention. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so finally, we've got the Vancouver neighborhoods that have been done here. And you can do more if you want, and the system will automatically do more keyword difficulty for you as we upgrade our servers and we have more throughput. But immediately I see, look at the keyword ROI on this one, Greg. It's for Gastown neighborhood, Vancouver. Gastown is like the premier neighborhood to live in Vancouver. So I'm not surprised at all to find that that's the case. It's up 41% this year. 40,000 people monthly search for it. This is a highly sought after area to live in. This is like Vancouver's Manhattan, I guess you'd say, or a little bit more kitschy. Like what's the kitschy neighborhood in New York that's like kind of like where the hip people live?
Maybe the East Village or
East
something like
Village.
that.
That's what it's equivalent to. Gastown is kind of like Vancouver's East Village, and you have a lot of people who want to live here. So look at the keyword ROI. So, but also look interestingly at the keyword difficulty. The keyword difficulty is only 19%. That's very, very low. That's very, very low. And what do we got? We got gastown.org. We got Wikipedia. We got a few 10 best stay. We got a few other ones that are going through this exact topic, Vancouver's best places to live. This is somebody who's doing exactly the idea I'm telling you to do, right? So what we got here is some very low-hanging fruit. A 15 difficulty, a 13 difficulty, another 13 difficulty. You probably could never defeat Wikipedia, and a 18 difficulty, very low 17 difficulty, very low places here. I don't see a single real estate agent here already. Maybe this is a real estate agent. Let me see. Yeah, so no. I don't see a real estate agent here being it's a really pretty place to live. I don't see a real estate agent here. So this is perfect for rank and rent, right? So you would rank up this page, which is actually super easy to rank for. So in our system, because we guarantee you we're using Google's algorithms here, and I see all the data in the back end, when you see a 19% difficulty, that means you will for sure come in at spot 19 to spot 40, probably somewhere in the middle, like spot 30. That guarantees you can double this or like add 50% to this, and that's probably where you'll come in if you follow the complete keyword spy process. If you do the keyword discovery, if you do the full report, and if you do the editor and get every number in the green, we can guarantee you spot 19 to 30 without doing any other SEO. That's just your on page alone, right? Never mind all the other SEO you would do and need to do. If you don't know what that is, email me and you could join Underground SEO University and or become a grandfathered member to Keyword Spy, because more and more we're going to just build in SEO processes into Keyword Spy, and it'll start your AI SEO Copilot that we're building in is going to start to do more and more SEO on the fly. So really take a close, hard look at that grandfathered price, guys, because when we have an SEO consultant in a box, we're clearly going to charge more than $144 a month, and everybody else will too. So definitely look at that grandfather price.
So if I'm a real estate agent, why would I want to rank on the first page of this term? Maybe it's a dumb question, but
no, that's a great question.
Is this supporting content that you're trying to create here for this?
Exactly, it's supporting content. So what you would do is you would rent this out. So either you'd be like, okay, you're like, what I'm going to do is here, I can get you ranking for Gastown neighborhood, Vancouver, right? And then what I can do is I can put you in here and it says looking for real estate. Like you'll get your ad right on Google for free. or you're renting it. Like you don't have to buy it from Google. It's not a Google ad, right? You can get your ad right here on Google for free. And people are reading about Gastown. Oh, honey, I want to live in Gastown. Oh, look how cute it is. You know, that kind of a deal. And then on the page here, very prominently, it'd be like looking for real estate. You would get their ad like right here. You know,
Oh, okay.
looking for real estate. Josh Bashinsky, real estate. We have the highest closing rate in the city. I will find you your dream home in Gastown, and that will get clicks. That will get clicks. So either they're buying an ad from you on your site, or they rent the site from you, and then you just put their MLS listings on this site. Well, you're like, here you go. Here's the keys to the apartment you're renting. Now do whatever you want with it. And presumably they would have their programmers put the MLS listings here and have MLS listings and list the real estate, and you've got supporting content for them. So it's both directly, it's a money page, and then it's directly getting them leads because it's at the end of the day, it's just a numbers game for real estate agents, right? They need leads. So you can do the same thing with plumbers. You can do the same thing with locksmiths. At the end of the day, they need leads. You would put very prominently a lead here that they can use you as their plumber, as their locksmith, as their real estate agent, and they have control of the site that they're renting. And they would pay you what, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month for this? They would pay you a lot to rent this, and you still own it. That's the beautiful thing about Rank and Rent. You still own it.
Interesting. Okay. I thought it was more of a like you built a realtor's website and tried to rank their website, but this is actually just a site about that area, and they sort of interject their business if it's a real estate or a plumber is sort of what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, precisely. And so you're either selling an ad on your site, or you're letting them rent this site. You let them take it over. They take over the WordPress. You give them the keys to the apartment, so to speak. They're renting it from you, and they could do whatever they want with it. They could build out all new pages. Presumably, they wouldn't want to ruin the rankings you've already gotten, right? So you're building hundreds of pages through Keyword Spy. You're getting hundreds of pages to rank. They presumably want to use those rankings and put their ad on every page, so to speak. And they start collecting, out of the 10,000 users you're getting a month, they start collecting 10 new leads a week, 100 new leads a month. Do you know how much that's worth to a real estate agent?
Yeah, it's a lot for a real estate agent. That's like now I'm more understanding the premise, and that's why you pick this sort of market because you need high ticket item. High ticket whether it's plumbing, real estate. Those are high ticket, and
Yes.
they can afford something like this.
Yes. Yes. You don't do Winnipeg. You don't do Saskatoon. No offense to Winnipeg where I was born and raised, and Saskatoon over in Saskatchewan. You don't pick, you know, some tiny town. You don't pick Plano, Texas. No offense to Plano, Texas. You don't pick some tiny bumpkin town where the real estate agents can't afford to rent this from you. I mean, you can if you want. You're building out sites so easily, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But what I would do is you got to do that search first to find out where the expensive real estate is. And then that's where the real estate agents presumably have the most money. And those are the sites you build first. And then you rent them out for a high ticket per month. Or you sell it to them. You're like, here, buy this site for 10 grand if you don't want to run it anymore, right? And they have the money to pay it. Real estate agents in Victoria, I know for a fact, are making well over six figures. They're making 200-300 grand. And these are the ones that are middle to high level. The high level ones are making millions because the real estate in some parts of the world is ridiculously expensive. And they get the 30-40% commission or 20% or whatever it is on like a $5 million house. Well, that's a lot of money, right? They make a lot of money. These leads, you can get them for having a page like this, selling them an ad on your site that they have no control of, or renting them the site, giving them the keys, and they could put the MLS listings on this. And it doesn't matter if they have an existing website. You're giving them another billboard on the highway, so to speak, they can get even more leads from. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for you because you're getting recurring monthly income or you're selling a site. It's a win for them. They're getting more leads. And all you need to do is call them. They work in sales. They're used to the sales process. They don't care about a cold call. And they answer every single call they get because they don't know if you're a prospective lead or not. That's the other beautiful thing, Greg, when you think about it. Like the other problem with rank and rent that a lot of people talk about is like, okay, yeah, but now I gotta do a search for Vancouver realtors,
Yeah.
Vancouver real estate agents, whatever.
Now you got to put on a sales hat and try to sell whatever strategy you're going after. That's like
Yeah.
a whole different job title.
Yeah, now you're
So
now you're calling these guys and you're saying, "Hey, but you can hire a VA to do this actually quite simply. There's tons of VAs in Upwork that would do a really good job at this. Or you can do it yourself. But here's the deal. These people, these real estate agents, they're used to the sales process. They make cold calls all the time. They have their credit card, they have their business cards with them. I don't know if you've ever been to a party with a real estate agent. They'll let you know they're a real estate agent, right? They need to. It's their business. They're used to the sales process, and so they don't get so offended when you cold call them and you sell them. They're not so offended, right? So it's not going to be that hard of a cold call. You call them and you're like, "Hey, look it. I've got this site. I've got 10,000 visitors a month. It's in Vancouver real estate. I'm ranking for Gastown. I'm ranking for Surrey. I'm ranking for this. I'm ranking for that. I want to, you can you can easily get 10 leads a month or if not a week off my site. Are you interested? The answer would be fuck yes. The answer would be an unreserved, of course I'm interested. I need the leads, right? And so it's like, okay, how much is it worth to you? And then you'll negotiate something. And they're going to be a hardball negotiator because they're used to the sales process. But you'll negotiate something out and be like, okay, look it, you can buy an ad on my site. It'll only cost you $500 a month. Or you can, and remember, you built this site out with SEO. It took you, a month to do for 100 pages. It wasn't hard at all, right? I'm going to get to that process in a second. But I like to go to the full business perspective, just like Greg does as well, because I need to understand how you make your money off this before I even care how you do it. So that's why I'm doing this first. And trust me, I'm doing it the right way here, guys. Some people might be like, Josh, just give me the steps of how to do it. I need to tell you how you would sell this so you know it's worth doing in the first place. That's why I hate the other rank and rent videos on YouTube. They don't tell you how you would make your money until the very end. They spring it on you. Oh, you're going to need to cold call the plumbers. And plumbers don't like being cold called, right? They're a tradesperson. They're a different kind of personality. They don't necessarily like being cold called. A real estate agent is going to be like, wait, how can I make money off you? They're going to wait to listen how the business can work out, and they like being cold called. So I guarantee to you this is going to work way better than locksmiths or plumbers probably. But you might do local already, and you might be like, I already do plumbing. I already know plumbing, so I could do this much easier. Fine, then go ahead and do it. Hell, you can build websites out so easily in Keyword Spy. You can find the low-hanging fruit. You can automatically go here and start keyword reports. And then when they're done, you can go to editor and start building the article automatically. You would go here to the editor, and I'm going to go through this all in a second. You would select you're going to select the keyword, and then you're going to generate an article here, click a few buttons, they say continue. And then in the future, this is going to be perfect. But right now you have to do a little SEO work on it. Oh, woe is you. You have to do 5 minutes of SEO work on it. And you can build out a page. You can build out pages very easily with AI. And that starts putting rank and rent sites back into perspective. Right now, rank and rent sites, getting a page like this ranking is not really in the cards because it's so hard to rank these days with all the crappy tools out there. But with a tool like Keyword Spy, it's easy to find the pages you should be ranking for. It's easy to build the pages to do the keyword research. It's easy to build the pages out that you want to rank. And so you can do 100 pages a month easy. And I mean high quality, guaranteed to rank somewhere, and then you build it up from there, pages per month. You can do this on autopilot and sell 5 sites a month at $500 each and make $2,500 a month. Would you like a side hustle that makes $2,500 US a month? I know that sounds pretty good to me. And if you're renting it out to these people because you managed to get ranking here, you can rent out an ad to them that would go here or something like this, or you give them the keys over to this site, and for like $1,000 a month, and you're like, okay, you monetize all the income of this site. I already had ads on it making me $400 a month, real estate agent. You rent it to me for $1,000 a month to 1,500 a month. You collect all the leads. You could easily get 100 leads off in a month. You add it to your existing website. You don't delete your existing website. You add it, and it's a no-brainer. When you call these people up, and say, I can put you here ranking and you will get 100 leads a month, how much would you pay for that? Start at around 1,000, 1,500, and then negotiate down from there. If they're a weaker real estate agent, or if they're a very shrewd negotiator, fine. You build up another site in. You could do it. You could do it in Vancouver, although they probably will ask you for exclusivity. If they ask you for exclusivity in Vancouver, then you charge them more per month for rent. And remember, if you're renting it out, you own the site. If they ever stop paying, you take the site back. You don't have to worry about squatters' rights. Renting a digital real estate is way better than renting normal real estate. You just kick them off the site. You're like, bye. And you start giving it to a different real estate agent. Right? There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do about it. So if they ever not pay you, but why would they never not pay you, right? As long as your rankings are good. And that's the other thing about our tool, is that we are all over these algorithms, like the helpful content system, that recently hit people and made them drop. When that happens, I guarantee you, I'm promising you guys, I tell you the truth, only one of my students was hit. Everybody else was fine. Everybody else was fine. Everybody else is seeing gains like this in their SEO for our group specifically, and for many, many, many of our customers, the majority of our customers. And we're building in systems in the tool that, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. Right now, I'm telling you guys, when you go to the editor, actually I have the editor here. When you go to the editor, you need to have your content scores right. Yes, you need to do some SEO, 5 minutes of SEO. Our AI will do this for you within a couple months. That's another reason why you would want to get on that grandfathered price, because the price is going to go up, guys. But the bugs are going to get worked out. We will be out of beta. That is going to happen. But right now you need to do 5 minutes of SEO. Sometimes in the system they don't do that. And they're like, Josh, I didn't get any ranking boosts. Okay, well, did you make the content score where it's supposed to be? No. Well, that's what you need to do. You see this red number here? Every keyword tool you use has a score. You need to put it in the right score. If you don't put it in the right score, you're not going to rank. That is the standard industry. That's the industry standard for all keyword tools. So don't be like, oh, I got to do some SEO work. Yeah, you have to do 5 minutes of SEO work right now. Sorry, that's the way that it is. But we are building an AI that will do this for you 99% of the time. But when you are in the green, we can guarantee you rankings for a page like this. And then that's guaranteed monthly income for you. You don't have to worry about losing all your rankings in 6 months. Because if you're using any other tool, and if you're using any other SEO strategy than our SEO strategies, you have to worry about losing all your rankings in 6 months. And that means they're not going to pay anymore, and you're going to lose that side hustle. With us, you don't have to worry about that as much. We are very good at maintaining rankings. I can prove it to you. I have collected data for every single month for the last 6 years. Let me turn on the camera so you can see my face and you see what I'm saying again. I can prove it to you. I have data for every single month for the last 6 years of our tactics showing boosts when everybody else in general is seeing demotions. That's what the SEO industry looks like right now. And so when you get on with our system, you are guaranteed rankings moving over in the future. If you follow our recommendations, we call them our recs. If you follow our system for on-page and Keyword Spy, because that's all Keyword Spy does right now is on-page. If you follow our recommendations for Keyword Spy, you're going to see the strongest possible on-page and boosts in that regard. Then you will need to do all the other SEO on top of that. Again, if you don't know what that is, I can get you a discount to come to Underground SEO University. Email me at joshpashinsky@gmail.com. Put secret sauce in the subject title. And again, you might want to consider being a grandfathered into Keyword Spy, because our AI SEO Copilot is going to be second to none. It already is second to none because of the actual research it does. It will be second to none moving forward in automating as many SEO tasks as we can automate. It's going to make your job that much easier. You might consider getting in on that right away. Okay. So that's why you would want to do it. So I hope that makes business sense now. Let me quickly go over here to see if there's any questions. I see some questions, which is great. The Furman asks, how is ROI calculated? Great question. So keyword ROI is calculated like this. It's monthly searches and or slash the traffic multiplied by the money, the average CPC, multiplied by the year over year change. So if it's hot here and hot here and hot here, that's what has the best keyword ROI, right? Because it's hot this year, people are buying it, people want it, people are hot to buy it. People are hot to buy it and it costs more money and there's more money behind it if people are willing to bid more for it. And the searches are higher. People are searching this more. So it's this times this times this gives you this. And that's this big, huge number is why this number is big and huge here. You can see that right away. That's the number why that is. PCA says, hey, Josh Greg, what would you X ons? Would you consider in terms of a number an authoritative site? I don't understand what you mean. PC, ask me again, please. Eric says, thanks, Josh. May the Lord bless you. I'll take any blessings I can get. My grandma, who was an honorary nun in the Catholic Church, God rest her soul, every year for my birthday bought me 100 Franciscan monks praying for me. And I'm like, I'll take any good karma I can get, man. I'll take it. So I'll take it. I'll take the good karma. Thank you. The Furman says, do you have a Discord or Facebook user group for Keyword Spy? Yes, we have one inside of SEO University. You need to join SEO University to be part of that group. Honest Chill says, good. We have a doubter. Perfect. Honest Chill says, why would you not use Ahrefs? This is why we wouldn't use Ahrefs. Because Ahrefs sucks. It sucks. It's absolute dog shit. My question back to you is, why would you use it? Links are not in the top 3 of algorithms, and that's pretty much all Ahrefs gives you, quite frankly, is links. That's it. The whole SEO industry has been link crazy since the PageRank algorithm, because quite frankly, they barely knew what else to do. Like, well, we don't know what else to do. Buy more links. Like that. That's not an industry. That's a rumor.
And another big reason I think Ahrefs people gravitate is, I want to look at my competitor. They're doing so well. Look at them on, spot 3 or spot 4. I got to copy what they're doing to compete. That's like repetitive thing that SEOs, Ahrefs talks about is always just researching your competitor. That's like their go-to. That's basically all they say to do. Yeah. And their tool does an amazing job at spying on the competitor. But is it for what reason? Is it for the good reasons or the bad reasons of what the competitor is doing? Nobody knows. They don't. So
yeah,
that's why Ahrefs and SEMrush do so well, because everyone's been harping on research your competitor, copy your competitor, spy on your competitor. So that's my 2 cents, at least.
No, and you're totally right. Like, think of it this way. Would you want a surgeon to operate on you who didn't ever go to medical school and has no idea how the body works? All he does is watch videos of other surgeries and replicate exactly what they did, whether the patient lived or died. Is that what you want to do? No, that's not how you learn something, right? That's not the kind of tactics you want to take. It is, think of it this way. Think of the math. It's a race to the bottom. It is necessarily, mathematically speaking, an exercise in diminishing returns. If all you do is copy what your competitors are doing, all you can do at best, at absolute best, is as good as they are doing. You can never get past them. You can never get past them. All you can do is as good as they are. You could get past them if you spend $20, $30, $50,000 on links. Do you have $20 or $30 or $50,000 to spend on links? No, you don't. Following Ahrefs is the death of SEO. Following Ahrefs is diminishing returns. All you can do is get as good as they are and then spend way more money on a signal that's not even in the top 3 anymore. That's it. That will price out 90% of SEOs. That kills 90% of people doing SEO. That is not the way to do SEO, and it pisses me off that people don't realize this. It is diminishing returns. At best, you're going to destroy most of your SEO, try to outspend them, right? And then most of the time, however, as my business partner, Greg, most intelligently just alluded to, you're also replicating their mistakes. There are tons of mistakes. Google has algorithms that boost you, and there's ranking points left on the table that they've missed because they have no idea what they're doing. And then there's ranking algorithms that demote you. There are over-optimization algorithms that Keyword Spy helps you avoid. That's why you need to be in the green for the most part, plus a bunch of other things that we do behind the scenes that people don't even see. A bunch of ways we help you not shoot yourself in the foot that people don't even know, right? That we're helping you in so many infinite ways. Whereas if you're just using your competitors, you're baking in their mistakes. So you're shooting yourself in the foot in many different ways. And so using Ahrefs is what an amateur does. An amateur who doesn't understand business and doesn't understand how math works is who uses Ahrefs, quite frankly, or SEMrush. All those tools, they have no idea what they're doing. It's all snake oil. They've only survived this far because they have a lot of marketing. They go to a lot of conferences. No one has known what else to do. No one's built something better. And the white hat clique is very cliquish. And anyone who says anything different, oh, you're a black hat. Oh, you're just this. Oh, you're just that. And because SEMrush and Ahrefs help support that because they only survive on snake oil selling. That's it. That's why you wouldn't use Ahrefs. Ahrefs is going to kill your SEO, right? It's going to cost you too much. You're going to go out of business. You're going to only be as good as your competitors, and you're going to rank 50% of the time at best. That's not a business. That's gambling. We don't gamble. We stack the deck. We count the cards. We don't gamble, right? And a true business person doesn't gamble. So, I mean, I don't mean to be coming down so hard on you, but you know, I hope you could take my constructive criticism in the positive way I intend to say it. But really, dude, like brother or sister or transgendered friend, whoever you are, you're doing it wrong. Like you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself if you're using Ahrefs. That's why. And he also had another question there. He says, the hard part is not ranking your site. The hard part is getting someone to actually rent your site. And I would agree. In most cases, you're totally right. The hard part in the rank and rent portion can be in the cold calling, but that's why we targeted real estate agents, because they're used to a cold call. They do them all the time. They're used to the hard sell. They do it all the time. They're used to seeing, okay, what can I get from you? And they've got the money. If you do it right, like I'm showing you here, and you go for the lucrative areas where real estate's really high and the top level real estate agents have a lot of money, you're going for people who have money. And if it's at the end of the day, it's a business decision. If you say, look at, I've ranked 100 pages, and you don't have to tell them it was in a month. Between you and me, it's within a month or two. I've ranked 100 pages. I got 5,000 visitors, 10,000 visitors a month. Even if you convert 10% of those, that's 50 to 100. That's 500 to 1,000 new leads. If you converted 1% of those, that's 50 to 100 new leads a month that you are now getting to go show houses and convert on your own conversion rate. What would you pay for that? They would easily rent that site for $1,000, $2,000 a month, easily. And you can crank out these sites every month. You could have 12 done in a year easily by using AI to do the heavy lifting for you. That's a no-brainer. Like I like that. Clearly, I hope you see that's not a bad business choice for someone's side hustle or even to make it your main business. Josh, I'm an SEO. All I do is rank and rent sites. I do your real estate idea. People have done that. People can do that. And I'm looking at here in Vancouver, not a lot of people are trying to do it. So it's a good opportunity, quite frankly. The next thing that he says is guaranteed in quotations. Yes, it's not an official money back guarantee in the sense that if you don't rank, I'm not going to give you your money back. But I do have the stats to show you. You want me to show you them? Okay, I'll show you them. Look here. Here is the listings. Here it is. Here are all the examples every single month. And I could just keep clicking this. Here are all the examples going back every single month of all the boosts we get that nobody else has. Here are all the Keyword Spy specific ones that are this one here. Look at all the boosting we have. I can do this. I can click this probably 2,000 times. I have 2,000 examples in here of our tactics ranking and boosting people. This folder I have that I dropped them in goes back. Let me just scroll down. Look here. Look here at the date modified. You see 2023 September. Let me just start scrolling down and I'll just let it repeat. There's August, July, June, May, April, May, back into 2022. Every single month we have wins going back for 6 years when everyone is losing their rankings and getting out of SEO and the SEO industry is getting destroyed. All you see is complaining and people losing their shirt. We have wins for the last 6 years in our group. So, so I have the stats to prove it. And I have the stats in the back end of Keyword Spy to prove it as well. So yeah, I can make guarantees. Who else can do that? Who else in the SEO industry can do that? Nobody. Does Ahrefs guarantee you anything? No. Does SEMrush guarantee you jack shit? No. Does Pop do it? Does Quora do it? Does Jasper do it? Does Surfer do it? No, 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 no. Does NeuronWriter do it? No. None of them guarantee you fuck all, right? I guarantee my SEO strategies. You do need to follow them, right? If you don't follow them, then I can't guarantee anything. But we can guarantee you will get rankings if you follow our system. The rest is up to you. Although we are getting the AI to do a lot of stuff there. So let's see if they have any other concerns I can address. This person says, "Hi Josh, how many articles do I get if I subscribe to Keyword Spy monthly?" Is it about 50 right now, Greg?
It's probably less because, well, if you use the high quality, I think that consumes like 2x. So it's usually around 25 to 30, I think. And then if you use a normal article, that would be more on the 50 side. But
yeah, if you're doing spray and pray, we were talking about doubling that, about boosting that.
yeah, we were going to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen this week or next, but we'll probably just up the credits so that even like high quality articles, you'll be able to get 50 out of it. Because that's the goal is, I mean, not every time you create a report, you're going to create an article, but that's going to be the case for a lot of people. So I think we want to accommodate that. So yeah, that should be coming. Those extra credits should be coming here shortly.
Yeah. And as we ramp up the system and get rid of more bugs and start building the AI copilot into the system, you're going to be able to generate more and more as things go on. But the price is going to go up, guys, because it costs us, per article to build them. The AI systems to do this aren't easy. So again, I know I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I would really highly recommend considering that grandfather price, because to be able to build 100 articles at once on autopilot costs us a lot of money. And so that's going to be an expensive tool going forward. So you're going to want to keep that in mind. You want to look at the grandfather price.
Hey, so just back to the rent and rank real estate, you literally just put in the area and then neighborhood, and that will generate the keywords, and you just go create like 100 pages off that neighborhood, correct? And you're just creating a site that's more or less general information, nothing really even real estate targeted, correct?
Yeah, no, and the AI is generating the articles. So the AI is writing the articles. You'd be like, the angle would be, what's the best thing about this neighborhood? It would be kind of advertorial. And then if you're looking to live in this neighborhood, get Josh Paszynski Real Estate. We have the top closing rate in the city. Your best real estate sales pitch. They'll have them. You don't have to come up with that. The real estate agent will have that. And that's how they monetize every single page. And even if in your area, you're like, Josh, I live in Regina, Saskatchewan. Nobody cares about different areas of Regina, but I want to do the rank and rent. Okay, fine. All these are, so then they're, instead of money ranking pages, they become topical cluster supporting pages that are boosting you for Regina real estate. And then the real estate agent would build a Regina real estate page, or you'd build a Regina real estate page, which Keyword Spy would build out for you as well and guarantee you getting rankings. You do the rest of your SEO process, and then you will be ranking for it. You're renting that site to them, you sell that site to them, or you might be doing real estate SEO and you're making money on those conversions there as well. And how would you do that? Is very simple. So let me answer those questions in a second. So then after you're like, okay, fine, I found the easiest ones to do here. I'm going to run a report on these ones here. I'm going to start a keyword report on these ones. I'll put in my location. I'll put in these here. I'll do that. Then I'll click continue. then those reports will be running on the easiest ones. The reports will be running. Then when they're done, you would go into editor. It takes us a while to build some AI models. Once they're done, and this is important for real estate, right? Queries like this one here. Once they're done, you'd come in here. And currently, the user interface would be you'd build an article or a high quality article. You'd say, yeah, I want the URL, the title, the meta description, the level 1 heading. The author or the role is, I'll just say expert. The angle for the meta description, I'm going to say advertorial on how good this area is. And then I would say continue. And then it's going to build the article for you. You know, in total, it takes about maybe an hour in total, which we're making faster every day, round trip. But that's not your time. It's 5 minutes of your time, an hour of the AI building it behind the scenes. So doing the report, building it out, all the reports I had running here, all these reports that are running that get built out, and then you would build them automatically. Right now they're using the spray and pray setting to save credits, but in the future you'll be able to build them out with higher settings to have better keyword research and more AI intelligence in the back end. And then you would build them out, and it would generate the articles for you. And right now you just highlight paragraphs, click the button here that reduces the scores into the right area. Or if you need to up the scores, you highlight a paragraph and click the up button, and it puts the scores in the right area. It also does our proprietary heat score here, which is helpfulness, experience, expertise, authority, and trust, and builds that all up. So that's how that works there. It's pretty simple. I'll show you the finished product in the last steps in a second. Let's see if there's more questions to answer. PC says, that was a typo. On Keyword Spy, you're asked if you're on a high authoritative site. So my question is, what is considered a high authoritative powerful site? That's a great question. So a high authoritative powerful site is up to you, right? If you think you got a high authority powerful site because you're already ranking, you've got a high DA, although DA really is kind of a useless metric, but you think it's important. Keyword Spy is not here to teach you how to do SEO. Really, Keyword Spy here is just to do proper on-page. You can learn exactly what we think a high authoritative site is if you join Underground SEO University. So I believe you are, so you can just ask in the group and we'll tell you. But to answer for the public, generally what people think is a high authoritative site, if you're already ranking, great, and you have authority, you've got some link juice, you've got some ranking juice, yeah, you could say you're a high authoritative site, and it'll be even easier for you. And the AI will take that into account when it calculates its difficulty scores. Let's look at the next questions. Dan says, Josh, when using keyword discovery, I'm researching 2 topics that haven't been written about together. How should I seed the keyword? Can you give me an example, Dan? I know we have a bit of a delay in the video, so give me an example of what you mean. But basically, it's very simple. You'd go to keyword discovery here, and you put whatever seed keyword in here you want. So like if you're trying to add together, I don't know, Winnipeg, maybe you're trying to do towns close to Winnipeg martial arts. Maybe you're trying to put those 2 ideas together. You just type them in and say get results. And it'll cast a wide net for you based on kind of the semantics of these different things. But you'd need to give me a specific example for me to know kind of what you mean by that. Aguana asks, awesome. Would Google cause me any problem if I upload like 30 or 40 articles a month? No. Here's another thing that I don't think people realize. That as far as Google has said verbatim in public, you can upload as many articles at a time you want. And there's millions and millions of very high profile websites that upload 1,000 pages, 10,000 pages a month. That's not a problem. Google will spider them at the rate at which it thinks your website is important and useful to users. If you have a very low indexation rate, that means you need to get more authority, you need to get more trust, you need to do better SEO. And that's the only issue, is that if you upload 1,000 articles and Google is only indexing them like 10 a week, then the only problem there is that Google thinks you have a low quality site. That's the problem. That's a bigger problem for ranking than it is for indexation. In our testing, as far as I can tell, I'll give you a little secret from SEO University. There is absolutely no algorithm that says, "Oh, you did 1,000 articles at once. You're bad." But keep in mind, all the articles need to be high quality. If all the articles are low spammy quality, the problem is low spammy quality articles, not how many you're indexing at a time. That's not a problem. That's never been a problem. And it's perfectly natural in the ecosystem, in the industry, for millions of sites to index 10,000 articles a month. That's not a problem at all. So that's not an issue. So that won't be a problem. The problem is you need to make sure that they're good quality articles. They're high quality articles. That's what you need to worry about and watch out for. And that's what our system does. And that's what our system does for you automatically. By following our system's scores, you will have high quality articles, because that's what that heat score is. Let me show you. This heat score here. Okay, great. So this system is done. The low quality article is done, which is good enough for spray and pray anyway. So if you only want to use the pages as support pages, you can just do spray and pray, and that's good enough. But this heat score here, the AI will analyze the content, and you see we've got a heat score of 81%, which is 10% higher than the competition. And we feed it, this is a very good score. Look at this, look at these 8s and 9s here. That's actually really, really good, right? And this will guarantee you that you're helpful. You have experience, expertise, authority, and trust. This is exactly what the latest AI that they built, the helpful content system that they modified, actually, they built it years ago, is what they recently updated. That's exactly what Google is going to hammer this algorithm again and again and again. So if you were recently hit by the helpful content system, if you were recently hit by the helpful content update, you need to get an AI that will tell you whether you're helpful or not, because clearly human beings are not good enough. We're not subject matter experts in every single niche, in every single industry. But the AI is, you need to get an AI that does this score for you, that makes it helpful, that builds up the helpfulness. And we do it by asking it the actual questions that Google, by scoring it on the actual questions that Google suggests. These are the verbatim questions that Google suggests and say that you need to do to make sure that you have the high quality content. And so out of the box, we do a very good job in the helpful content. Then right now with the system, soon to be replaced by a system that does this all for you automatically. Right now, you just need to go to the bottom of the system and highlight it and say down the scores, because you need to get this within the Goldilocks zone. Otherwise, you're over-optimized. And it's very easy of just highlight, click, highlight, click, highlight, click. It will take you 5 minutes to get this down. And actually, the article we generate an article which is bigger on purpose so that you have a lot of room to breathe in case you want to get the article down. This right now is going to get the article down. And it doesn't matter what the article is about. You'll be doing it on these other things here. You'll be doing it on all these other Vancouver neighborhood ideas, is what you would be doing. It doesn't really matter, just for the sake of showing you how this all works. You'd be reducing this to the average size. That was about the average size. Then you'd run it again and see, oh, boom, there you go. You're already in the right area there. And you'd check this out. And this score is going to be close, but you're going to have to get this score a little bit down. The average predictability length. How many predictable words? Oh, no, boom, it's perfect. There you go. How long did that take me? 3 seconds? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect SEO article. URL is done. The title is done. Description's done. Go. You're done. You're basically done. There's some additions you could add. You could go and check the spread here. And you could see on the score of words, you could see how many holes you got. You're missing great. You're missing these entities here. You're missing these entities. You might want to throw these in here a bit. They're pretty highly scored words. You could throw them in. You might want to throw them in here and play with it. A little bit more SEO work. But basically, we've reduced 80% of SEO work here. If you don't see how that is so much better than the current job of being an SEO without AI, then boy, you're spoiled, quite frankly. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I'm sorry. If you don't see how this is such an increase in productivity and a godsend, you're a little spoiled. But we're making it even better. Pretty soon, we're going to have an AI that does articles that look like this. We're going to have an AI that does articles that look like this one here, that have lists, that have tables, that has pros and cons. Our AI is going to build this for you out of the box, and the scores will be in the right area out of the box. This is a bad example because this score is a bit high, but it'll be building you articles that look like this out of the box that have everything done for you auto-magically. It's taking 99% of on-page SEO and automating it. If you don't think that's going to be worth $144 a month, you're nuts. You're crazy. Because it'll cost a lot more than that. It'll cost a lot more than $144 a month, I can guarantee you. And you can crank out 100 pages a month easy, buy more credits, crank out 200 pages, 300 pages, 400 pages, and you could sell those sites and rent those sites all day long. So it's very easy. But even doing it slightly manually, like I showed you here, took me 30 seconds? It's not hard to do. Getting a rank and rent site done for 30 seconds per page is only whatever it is, 10 minutes for 100 pages. Not hard to do at all. Not hard to do at all. That's totally, as a side hustle or as your main hustle, that's totally worth it. I would do that day in, day out. Compared to how hard it's been for the last 25 years, this is a godsend. There's never been a better time to be into SEO. I would get on the grandfathered price now, guys, because these kinds of systems that automate the on-page process for you, there will be two kinds of systems for this. There'll be the cheap and shitty, and there'll be the good and expensive. We're going to be the good and expensive, but for my listeners, you can get the grandfathered price now. Get in on the system now, because that's a grandfathered price at $144 a month forever, in perpetuity. I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend it. Yes, you need to put up with 5 minutes of on-page SEO now. Oh no, right? And I mean, like, it's so ridiculous. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I've been doing this for 25 years. I usually spend 3 to 6 hours for one page to do it properly for SEO. I've been doing this 25 years. That is a very high level page that will rank very well forever, but it takes me 6 hours. 3 to 6 hours, depending. To get that down to 6 minutes, holy shit, right? And I'm getting it down to like 30 seconds, down to like the AI does it all automatically for you. That's like hallelujah. That's the end of SEO as we know it, and it's a total new thing. So if you don't see how it's worth some money, then go work somewhere else. Don't even talk to me. Okay. Dan says the idea he was trying to mix together was FMEA and AI, but he says, thanks, Josh. I get it. Okay. I hope that works for you. I don't even know what that is. FMEA and AI. Let me take that, put that here in Keyword Spy. I can run this report for you. Are you a top level author in this niche? Do you plan on using AI content, but not using our rules? Or are you a powerful site? Let me know. I can run this and give you the report. But let me just run this. I'll just run it normal and run this. I don't know what this would be, but we'll find out. What is FMEA? Failure modes and effective analysis. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, so we'll see what that comes up with. Oh, someone's calling Greg. The Furman says, are the articles ready to publish, or can we edit, add media, and recheck scores? The articles, you should go over them a little bit, but the ones that we're going to build like this are 99% ready to publish. We want to be in the high 90th percentile, so that all of the like stuff that AI content does, like insert your business here, is like, we're going to get rid of all that. All of the duplicate content, we're going to get rid of all that. This is what plagues every single AI generator. all AI generators come up with content that has issues. We're going to get rid of all of them, right? So it should be in the 90th percentile ready to publish. That's our goal. The Furman says, does the tool create schema markup for the articles? Yes, it can if that's useful. I'll let you read between the lines there. Remember, I run SEO University and I know every single ranking factor that exists, and I know what ranking factors don't. I'll just let you read between the lines there. But that's all part of what we call DOM vector. And the system does, right now, DOM vector is extremely hard to do properly. It's in page structure here. You would choose the HTML structure of your competitors you want to mimic. And there's testing ways of doing this that we're going to try to build into the system. And then it will tell you that the HTML that you need to follow. We're building that into the system. It's extremely hard to do. But at the end of the day, schema is nothing but HTML. If your competitors are using it, maybe you might want to think about it. If your competitors are not using it, it might actually hurt you. I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying anything. Find out more information about what real ranking factors are in an underground SEO university. All right, guys. So that's been our show. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for even asking the challenging questions. I love challenging questions because I've got good answers for all of them because I've been doing this a very long time. You can't underestimate the amount of snake oil in the SEO industry. You can't underestimate just how much people have no idea what they're doing. Google has made it their job to make it confusing so that we all stop doing SEO and we have to buy ads because that's how Google makes their money. They don't give a fuck about us. They want to destroy SEO. Get with the people, me and Greg, get with the people who are revitalizing SEO, keeping SEO going, making it a viable job for you to make money. We make you money at the end of the day. You want to get with that system because we have the guaranteed best rankings in that we do the most research and we know the most about it. All right, thanks very much, guys. If you have any more questions, please feel free to email me at joshbrzezinski@gmail.com. Signing off for Josh and Greg. Greg, is there anything I missed? Any final things you want to say?
No, I'm pretty happy with the show. I learned a lot. I think I might go start a real estate site, a rent and rank site today. It's a really good opportunity. So I'm glad you shared it with everyone. And yeah, just as always, email hello@trykeywordsspy.com for free demo of Keyword Spy. I've been doing a lot of demos for AppSumo people who have, tried keyword discovery and they want to know more about the tool. So I sent out a link. I sent out an email with the calendar link, and happy to do like a 30-minute demo of the entire tool. So, and I'll do that. And yeah,
that's a generous use of your time.
Yep. I'm going to, extend that until I'm not sure how long, but the AppSumo deal is kind of fresh. So, maybe another week or two. So, get in soon if you want that demo. Yeah, thanks for the support.
Yeah. And the AppSumo deal, just so people understand, is for keyword discovery only. So
yes.
It's just for keyword discovery, and it gives you a moderate amount of credits to run some reports per month. It's just for the keyword discovery, funding the keyword difficulty, which is good to have alone. Keyword discovery alone is going to save you so much time and money. Finding the right niches to rank for to begin with is 75% of the SEO game. So you might want to check us out on AppSumo there as well. It's a very, very cheap price on AppSumo for keyword discovery. But quite frankly, the price for the full package of keyword discovery and keyword spy reports and the AI editor and article generator for those three apps, which should be $144 alone. Each of them is only $144 for the whole bundle. So right now, not on the site, you need to email us for a special coupon code and we'll help you out for being listeners of the show. All right, guys. So keep on doing the SEO. You are going to succeed. You can succeed with Keyword Spy. You can do SEO. This is how AIs can be used to build next generation tools that will keep SEO on the table to be a viable money-making enterprise for you. Good luck on the SERPs. I wish you all the luck. And let me see, how do I turn this damn thing off again?